Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cruven Plays Apps here, bringing you another video today. This time we're going to be looking at the Shadow Dragon Magicite. Now, in my last video, if you guys watched it, if you didn't, link will be included below down in the description. We saw our Mist Dragon run go a little off the rails, but we still managed to defeat the dragon in sub 30. Now this time you guys are going to see a lot more efficient of a run. This is one that I have damn near down to a science. Again, the legend dives aren't necessary here, aside from your healer. You probably are going to want to make sure that they have double cast on their legend materia. Basically, with no double cast on any of these characters, you're going to fall probably about 5,000 to 10,000 damage short of being able to prevent the Shadow Dragon's instant KO attack. With this build, you're going to be able to hit that damage threshold. I think it was 114,300 if you round it up. This build does that with ease, and you'll see my characters are laid out in the order that I want their turns to go in. Onion Knight's the fastest of all of these characters by far. Tyro's Legend Dive, also not really necessary. Yeah, and as we went through, you guys saw, the soul breaks that we're going to be using. Really, as long as you have Sid's Burst and TGC's Overflow, we're going to be good to go. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and stomp this dragon. Shit, finally. Alright guys, here we go. Now this is where your double cast on your white mage is going to come in handy, is when they're casting their holies. And this is why you put the Thunder God RM on your healer, is to make sure that they're going to be able to cast your holies for you quick enough to do the damage necessary. Now I'm obviously getting really lucky with double cast, but don't be discouraged if you don't have these characters with their legend dives. Realistically, with no dive, this build is doable as long as you have Sid's Burst and the other Sid's Overstrike. And yeah, I know it doesn't seem necessary to use Vanille's Burst yet, but TGC dropping onto his face has caused many an issue during a run on this. And you'll always need to re-up your Hailstorm on Sid one time. I prefer to do it after the first Saint's Cross cast just to make sure. Same goes for Rain's Burst entry. You're going to have to re-enter him at least once. I usually do that around the 20-second mark myself. Also, forgive me guys, I'm not rendering any of these videos. These are all actually live commentary while playing. So I'm doing my best to give you guys the greatest content that I can given my circumstances. Hopefully these videos are helping at least somebody. Now, I made a really big mistake here. You need to... Sorry about that. You need to reapply Fabula Raider from Onion Knight as well, as the initial cast goes in right around the 3.5 second mark. So we're going to lose, well, had we not reapplied it here, the next actions from the two Sids wouldn't have had that buff applied. And I've actually lost a couple of sub-30s because of that mistake. So just make sure you guys pay attention when you're doing these runs. Yeah, I know Vanille's Burst isn't really necessary, but you can never be too safe. And there you guys have it. TGC is going to go ahead and finish this off.